Hello everyone, this is Amrita from Informatical JCS. In this video, we are going to talk about transitioning XML transformations. So we compare the XML targeting PC with hierarchy builder in IICS. The main challenge comes when we migrate PC mappings to IICS, which involves XML transformations. As these transformations cannot be automatically converted, we need to manually recreate them in IICS. So the main focus of this video would be on the workflows which generate XML, and will highlight difference between mappings in PC and IICS. And also, I'll show you a demo on how to design a mapping in IICS to generate XML using a hierarchy builder. In PC, you would either use an XML generator or an XML target to generate XML. There, you would be providing XML file or a XSD file based on which it will show you all the hierarchy between the elements. And if you see an XML target or a XML generator, there will be additional fields like XPK and FK fields. These fields are actually used to establish relationship between elements. Coming to hierarchy builder in IICS, it is a transformation which takes relational input and provides you the hierarchical output like XML or JSON. And there also you need to provide XST or sample XML file to create the model in the hierarchical schema. And that schema you'll be providing to hierarchy builder. So, coming to the key differences between these transformations, first thing is keys. In XML target, you use these XPK and FK fields to map from the previous transformations to the hierarchy elements, whereas in hierarchy builder, you need to define keys for each incoming group. For suppose there are multiple incoming groups in the hierarchy builder, each group you need to provide or configure proper keys based on which it will establish the relationship. And there will not be any separate XPK and FK fields unlike what you see in XML target. The other thing is for each hierarchy level that is defined in the schema, you need to have a separate incoming group. If you see this example that a company has multiple departments and each department has multiple employees, so you have a three level of hierarchy that requires you to have three incoming groups. One is company, department, and employee. Now I'll show you a demo on how to create a sample mapping in IICS with a hierarchy builder based on the PC design. This is the PC mapping. Before we go through this, let me show you what XSD I have used in this XML target and what input I've given to this mapping. This is the XSD file. We have this root element company, and inside company you have company name as an element, and it has multiple departments. In this department you'll be having multiple employees, and this is the input department. This is having department details and the company name, and there is one more source which is employees. Inside employees you have these employee details and department id, so there should be one common id, right, which is the department id. Here this would be the primary key. In the employees this would serve as a foreign key. Coming back to this mapping, in this XML target, you can see the structure, whatever we have seen in the XSD file, and you have these additional fields XPK, FK. These fields needs to be mapped from the previous transformations. For this department ID, as I told, this will be a primary key in the department, and under the employee, this will be the foreign key. You can map these fields like that, and then I need to map some field to this XPK company and the foreign key of company. That one I added in this expression because we have the company details and department coming in the same source, right? So we need to have a separate element which needs to join these two. Then map the remaining elements accordingly. The output of this mapping will look something like this. The company and the department details. Inside department you have this employee. This is it. So we'll see how we can design this mapping in IICS. In the serial mapping, I've given the same sources. One is departments.csv. You can see the fields, and the other one is the employees.csv. Now I dropped this hierarchy builder into this. Before this, you need to create a hierarchical schema component where you need to provide the XSD file. Once it is done, you can use this component in the hierarchy builder over here. in the output settings, you need to provide the schema name. And then in the field mapping, you can see all the details regarding the hierarchy elements, company, department, employee. So you don't see any XPK and FK fields like how you see in PC. We'll set this later once we have these relational fields available. We'll set the primary and foreign keys. And one more thing, as you see, there is three levels of hierarchy. One is company, and the second one is department, and third one is employee. We need to have three incoming groups. But here we have the department and company details in the same source, which is departments.csv. You can see this, right? The company name and department details. What do we do is we will be creating two different groups with the help of expressions. One expression is for company and the other one is for department. Here you can include only those specific fields, just the company name. And then the second expression can exclude the company name. Here you see only the department details. Once this is done, there's one more thing we need to do, that we need to add a field which will be used to set the primary key and the foreign key for company. So we'll be adding a primary key for company here. PK can give some random value, and let me give one. The same thing we need to give in this expression one as well, for the FK. The same value I'm giving, because we have only one company. When there is only one company under which we have multiple departments. So now we have three different incoming groups. But the problem here is we just have divided only the column names and the field names, but the number of rows among these expressions would be the same. And also this company, this group will be having the duplicates, because we just we have given the denormalized input to the source. For that, what you do is you can use a sorter transformation to remove the duplicates. Sorter. You can sort based on this PK field. The advanced, you can select this distinct option. This option would remove the duplicates for this particular field. Now you can join these incoming groups. In the hierarchy builder, we can see in the field mapping what are all the incoming groups. Before that, let me name this groups company, department, employee. Can you see all the incoming fields here from each group? There are some field name conflicts, so we can just add some prefix. Right. Now we need to set the primary and foreign keys for these incoming groups. Here we set this PK as a primary key. And then in the department, this FK is referring to this primary key of company. So we need to set this as foreign key for the company group. And then in, in the department, we have this department ID as a primary key. And for the employee, you can see this department ID. This you need to set it as a foreign key for the department group. If you have any confusion while setting this primary and foreign key, you can refer to the PC design where you can see this PK we have additionally added in this expression. This is a primary key for company and the foreign key for department. So the same way what in the IICS you have the same field. Under company you'll be setting this as primary key. In department you have this as a foreign key. They share the same values. And then coming to this department and employee, you have this department ID which you have given to this XPK of department, and department ID in the employees source you have given to the FK department. The same thing, department ID will set as a primary key, and under employee, this field, this department ID will be setting as a foreign key. You need to make sure the related group is corresponding parent group, otherwise government group. Once you set these keys, now we can do the field mapping. First thing is company name and department name, location, status, name, ID, role. Whenever you do this field mappings, make sure you come in the same order as a hierarchy fields. Then now we can add this output to the target. Here in the hierarchy builder, I have chosen this write to file option because whenever your output exceeds more than the maximum precision, then the output will be truncated. At that time, it would be preferable that you select this write to file option whenever you have huge output XML. Then you can also provide the complete path where you want to generate the XML. Then you can join this to the target. This is it. Now you can save this mapping and run. These are the details of the mapping run. You can see the number of records in the source. The department is having 2 and the employee is having 3. And the output, if you see, it is similar to what you have seen in the PC output. This is the PC's generated XML and this is the CDI generated XML file. With this, we come to the end of this video. Kindly share your feedback regarding this video, and thank you so much for watching this.